be the network to be in for conscious female entrepreneurs.
Welcome in. This is so exciting. Oh, just taking a breath here. Let me see who all I can see. So many familiar faces already. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Heather's here. Ashley's here. Hello, Christine's here. So Carolina's here. Oh my gosh, so many beautiful faces. So good to have the space with you. I'm Nicole, if we haven't met yet. Nicole Alpha Team. You may have been seeing me for the last few years bouncing around. I spend a lot of time in the container that is Femme Fatale. I do a lot of different things. You may also see me on the comments. If you've been in AFE, I've been in there leading different circles. If you're an alumni, I lead women's circles in there. So I've been all over the place and deepening my contribution here in the Alpha Femme world. And so this will be the first time I'm leading a call in here in the We Are Alpha Femme membership, which is so exciting. And I'm just truly honored to get to share this space with you. And I hope that it really is a lovely contribution to what you've already been experiencing in here and your continued growth throughout your journey with us in Alpha Femme. So welcome in. And you probably heard that our Jaclyn Shaw had a loss in her family. So I just want to acknowledge that. And we'll take just a minute to, as we tune in and drop in, to just send her some love. And I haven't spoken with her, so I don't know exactly how she's doing, but I do know anytime we experience, a surprising loss, it has a massive impact. So I'd like to just take a minute to honor her, and it is giving us the opportunity to be together, which is so sweet. And then she will be leading her, I think she was going to do the boss activation today. So she will be circling back around to that. So you'll get all of those activations, and you can just consider this time with me a bonus. And I'm hoping that what we work with today will really support the work that you're doing in all the other spaces. Okay. Got the comments up here. I've missed you, Marjorie. Yes, so good. I love seeing so many familiar names and faces. I hate the circumstances that brought us together, but I am very grateful that we have this time. So we're going to start just by dropping in into our bodies and into the space. Okay, I do a lot of energy work. I work a lot with feminine embodiment and calling in the goddess energy and really diving into, our ability to sense energy somatically and really embody our energetic power and embody our essence. So we're going to be working with that a little bit today. Okay, so I like to always start by grounding in. So I'll invite you to close your eyes. If you're still getting settled in the space, that's no problem. And we're just going to start by connecting with the breath here. Okay, so the breath is really a very powerful way to drop all the way into ourselves and to get a gauge on where we are. So as you breathe, I invite you to just bring your awareness into the center of yourself. And you can do this with your eyes open if that feels good. If you want to lay down, you can also do that. Really, these spaces, I like you to take them however you feel called, however it feels the juiciest and the most nourishing. So whatever feels supportive for you, you can drop in like that. Yeah, if you have tea or a beverage, if you want to light a candle or some incense, I have some going here, you can do that. But we'll just use our breath as a way to really drop into this now moment. So just deepening your breath, and as you do that, just bring all your awareness and all your energy into the center of yourself. So you're going to feel into your core, okay, right beneath your heart, right above your belly. And you're just going to feel in here and take stock of where you are. This is without judgment. So just noticing how you feel, noticing where your mind is, where your heart is, noticing where your energy is. We're going to be working with our energy today. So really feeling that. And if you don't have a normal sense of yourself energetically, that's no problem. We're going to work with that today. Okay. So really just noticing how you're feeling and where you feel like you are emotionally is enough. Our emotions are a really great way to bridge our awareness of our energy. So just noticing like what's coming up for me, what's been going on, where am I going to after this call, and just breathing into that. So see if you can allow yourself, wherever you notice yourself, to drop in a little bit deeper. So feeling into that core and then dropping your awareness even deeper into your body. You could relax your jaw, your shoulders, your hips, deepening that breath. Even making a little sound on the exhale if that feels good and yummy. Just bringing your energy all the way down and in. You can shake it out just a little bit if that feels good, if you've got an excess of energy today. And then you can imagine sending your energy all the way down into the earth. So however you like to do this, if this is new for you, I like to visualize sending roots all the way down from my legs, from my hips, from my tailbone, all the way down through the floor, all the way down through the dirt, into the earth, wherever I am in the world, really connecting into that energy, that grounded, earth-based energy that really helps us release a lot of excess energy and feel more in touch with our own energy, our own self, our own essence, and to really feel empowered in the fullness of who we are. That's the power of grounding. So just taking one more minute with that, letting yourself get all the way here. And then if it feels right to you, you can even just set your intention for today. What do you need? What are you hoping to receive? How would you like to feel? How would you like to feel when you leave this call? Just noticing that just for a moment. Good. And then finally, we'll just bring one hand to our heart, one hand to our belly. We're just going to offer ourselves some love, some care, some presence. I like to just thank myself in moments like this for showing up. Thank you. Good job. I see you. I love you. I acknowledge you, whatever you feel you need. Breathe into that. And we're just going to call in our sister Jack and just hold her in our hearts for a minute. Hold her in this circle of powerful humans and just offer her some love, some grace, some ease, some peace. Just sending that right to her heart so that she can feel that support and feel like she's with us, being held. Beautiful. Thank you for taking a moment to do that. And then if you want to stay dropped in, you can. If you want to open your eyes and kind of bring yourself back into this now moment with me, you can. If you're already feeling emotions move, that's great. That's really, really good news. We're here today to talk. I'm just so happy to see you all. Wow, it's so good to see so many familiar faces. It's so hot here where I am. I'm in the Midwest in Indiana, and it is feels like about 1,000 degrees. So I'm enjoying this late summer, I guess, heat spell, humid intensity, really trying to lean into that. So wherever you are in the world, I'm so glad to see you. And I want to work a little bit today with just the basics of energetics. Okay, I want to talk about energy, and this might be a really basic, familiar topic for you based on where you are in your journey. And it also might be something really new in it. And no matter where you are in the conversation of energy and how that applies to you personally, I invite you to really stay present and listen and open your heart, because you might hear something new that activates something deeper for you on your journey of really embodying your power, which is what I love to support. So we're going to work with that for just a little bit. And then I want to take you through a little journey. We're going to do like a little drop-in guided experience into your essence. So connecting with your soul, if you like to call it that. That's kind of how I hold it. Your essence, your highest self, just the brightest, most activated, radiant version of who you are. Okay, so your energetic blueprint, so to speak. So after we kind of work with some of these basics of energy for a little while, we're going to go into that so that my hope is that you'll leave this space feeling really inspired and more embodied in who you are energetically, your spirit, your soul, your essence, which I believe is a really foundational piece for being in leadership, creativity, community, whatever you're out doing in the world, having a sense of who we are and knowing how to embody that and exchange that and radiate that is really key, okay, in walking through the world in an authentic way. So I'm excited to share this with you today. Let me get here on the comments. Yeah, Andrew, it's good to see you. Jack had a loss in her family. She lost a family member unexpectedly. So we're just sending her a lot of love and holding her in our hearts and welcoming this chance to be together for this bonus call. So your energy, I'd love for you to just take a minute and ask yourself, what does my energetic signature feel like? Do I know when I am embodying only my energy? Do I know what that feels like? Okay, and just see what comes up for you. We just get curious about that for a minute. We spend a lot of our life feeling, especially if you're empathic or sensitive or intuitive, which I'm guessing many of you, if not all of you, are. We spend a lot of our life feeling the feelings and the energy of the other people in our life and the world around us. This is actually the number one question that I get asked in the work that I do is, how do I know if I'm feeling my own energy or if I'm feeling someone else's energy? It's a really important conversation. And it is a really important skill set, I believe, to really know the signature of your own energy. Okay, so just take a moment. If you have your journal, this could be great to jot down. But if you don't, no problem. You can just sort of, contemplate it, consider it. What are some of the qualities of my energetic signature? When I am really feeling clear, embodied, connected, aligned, alive, whatever that is for you, what are some of the qualities? And you can type it in the chat if that feels good. You can jot it in your journal. You can just sort of consider it and hold it, okay? And see what comes up for you. Maybe you don't know, and that's totally great. We're going to talk about how you can deepen into that awareness. All right, Christine says, positive and peaceful. Kimberly says, my energy is powerful, magnetic, also repelling to those who haven't embodied their value. That's huge. Elena says power. Heather says sharpness. Sophie, love and connection. Heather, cheeky. That's cute. Totally. That's totally your energetic signature. Jenny, disruptive, rebellious, leadership, curious. Love that. Marjorie, it feels like a jumping, giggling, having fun, like a girl with a calm and peaceful vibe of a woman in her power. Beautiful. Carolina, happy, excited, powerful, confident. Lauren, sparkly. Alina, enthusiastic and curious. Good. So many things. So many things. Okay, so now, how do you know when you are out of alignment with your own energy? So when you're maybe in a vibration or an energetic signature that is old, that is connected to like a lineage energy or a childhood pattern of woundedness, or maybe something that you've already really processed and moved through, and you find yourself in that energetic pattern again. What are some of the signatures? What are some of the things that you know that signify, oh, okay, this is not my clearest, brightest, shiniest, radiant energy? What are some of those things? Okay, May says serious and grumpy. Jenny says doubtful, low energy, out of alignment, squirmy energy in my mind, confusion in my body. Yes, I love that. Confusion, I feel like confusion is such a good indicator that we're not in connection with ourselves. For me, that is my number one indicator. When I feel confused about something, and it doesn't mean I won't experience indecision or a period of not knowing or taking time to get clear on a decision. But the feeling of confusion for me signifies, whoa, I am out of connection with myself. So instead of trying to figure it out, I'm going to drop back into myself, clear my energy, and come back into connection with myself. Okay, so feeling into some of those things. Yeah, looping thoughts are a really good indicator that we're holding other people's energy or, out of our body just a little bit, maybe out of connection or out of alignment with ourselves. Frustration, that's a really good one for those of you that are, maybe generators or many gens with sacral authority. That's me. And you feel frustrated, which is so frustrating, right? When you realize you're frustrated, you're like, oh, we're not self-themed. Dang it. Now I'm more frustrated. So, you can look at that if you're into human design, what your not self-theme is. Good. These are also good. You guys have amazing awareness. So you're starting to see pretty clearly, I hope, okay, there's some signatures of my energy that tell me when I am in alignment, when I am open, when I am flowing, when I am clear. And then there's some signatures when I'm not. So this right here is an incredibly powerful thing to have awareness of, to shine light on. And, it's pretty simple, it's pretty basic, but the more we look at this and we just start to see, oh, these are the signatures of my energy, and these are the signatures of not my energy. The more we do that, the more we empower ourselves to work with our energy instead of our stories. Okay, so when we find ourselves in a moment of being stuck, how often do we go into the story? We try to solve it, we try to fix it, we find ourselves in familiar territory, potentially familiar feelings, some of these familiar energetic signatures trying to solve something that's old. And as you know, we cannot do that, right? We can't fix an energy in the energy of the thing we're trying to fix. You cannot solve a problem with the same mind that created it. Einstein said that. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard that. So we want to really understand that when we're not in the energy of our power, the most empowering thing is to work with our energy and get ourselves back into an energetic alignment state. Okay. And this could look like, needing to do some emotional processing. This could look like needing to separate out emotions and energies that aren't yours back and give them back to the people that they belong to. This could look like understanding just how to clear your energy and come back into your body. This could look like empowering yourself to move into the energy of what you want consciously. All of these things shift us out of that mind space where we tend to just replicate our old patterns and our old energy, and it puts us more in our body, okay? And when we're in our body, we have more empowerment over our energy. It's a really cool thing. So the more we drop into ourselves, the easier it becomes to naturally feel an energy that's authentic for us, okay? So notice how that's feeling. Notice what's coming up for you. And we're going to do a little bit of work with that now. And, I'm so glad to hear that, Karina. Yeah, if you're new to energy, just open your mind to it if you can. This is backed by science. Everything is energy. Our thoughts and our feelings generate energy, and there's energy happening in everything. So everything from this lighter to this Palo Santo to my breath to my body to my thoughts all have an energetic signature. Okay, so everything is energy, and we have power over this. I mean, I don't love the term power over, but we have power with this, okay, reality, to really start to move energy around. And it's a powerful way to shift your vibration, shift your state, shift your mindset really quickly, okay? So I want you to just feel into your body for a moment. So if you're just jotting things down, finish up what you're doing and then kind of just come back to yourself. And I wanted to teach you this tool. This is one of my favorite ways to gently work with energy and to gently find out if I'm holding energy that is not mine to be with, to process. Okay, so feel into your body and feel into the space around you. And if you like to have your eyes closed for work like this, you can drop back in with your eyes closed. And I want you to imagine that all of your energy, so the energy of your essence, of your soul, of your being, has a color. So just notice what you notice. Notice if you feel, see, sense, just have a knowing. All of these are beautiful, powerful ways to perceive energy. And just notice, oh, this is the color. This is the signature of my energy. And there is no wrong way to sense energy, to read energy. And if you don't feel anything, just trust. This will be recorded. You can come back to this and do this anytime. And sometimes, we have a lot of programming around our ability to work with our being in this way, but we all have this ability. I believe that. So now I want you to check, now that you sort of have a color or a feeling or a sensation, maybe it's like, oh, light and effervescent, or maybe it's, yeah, I sometimes hear my energy as a pitch, beautiful, beautiful, or feel a texture. That's incredible too. So now that you're getting a sense of that, I want you to notice, where is the energy that's not mine? Now, if we are holding energy that's not ours, it's still our responsibility to understand how to clear it and to understand why we're holding it, which is where the real healing and empowerment exists, right? Like, oof, why did I take that energy on? That's something to get curious about. But for now, we're going to just empower ourselves to notice, what color is the energy that is not my energy? Or what is the sound? What is the sensation? See what you notice. Now try to do this without judgment, okay? So you might be like, woof, I'm holding my husband's energy. He better get his energy out of my energy fields. We're going to try to just get curious about it. Curiosity is such a bridge out of right and wrong into empowerment. Okay, so you're just going to notice charcoal gray. Yeah, mechanical sounding. That's not mine. Right. So just noticing where it is. Maybe you feel it more around your head. Maybe you feel it around your heart. Maybe if you are female identifying with a womb, you feel it in your womb. That's really common. Maybe you feel it behind you. Okay, Laura, that's a great question. I'm going to get to that in just one moment. All right, so Laura asked, how do we know if it is not our energy? So just keep sensing here. And can our own energy be uncomfortable? That is a fantastic question. The answer is yes, of course, our own energy can be uncomfortable. Difficult feelings and difficult energies that we have created are always going to be just a little bit uncomfortable. That's how we process them through and move them out of our energetic space, is by leaning into that discomfort. So what we're working with is just a sense of, okay, that is not mine to deal with. I want to let that go. I'm feeling the collective. I'm feeling my neighbors. I'm feeling my partner. I'm feeling my kiddos, my clients, whatever it may be. And this takes a little bit of practice. So how I know that it's my energy, my emotions is this. When I try to clear it, it usually stays. Okay. So if it stays and it doesn't clear away easily with my intention, it's usually got some deeper lesson. So there's something I need to see. It's mine to work with. There's a deeper understanding there if it doesn't shift pretty easily. Okay, so we're going to just try, if you've noticed some energy that's not yours, with an open heart and a deep breath, you're just going to ask it to leave your energy field. Now, the ways I like to do this are by bringing in white light through the top of my head, bringing in earth energy through the bottoms of my feet. My third favorite way is to imagine that I'm bringing in the energy of water just into my energy field, usually through the top of my head, just to clear out, almost like, giving a shower or a bath to my energy field. Okay, now notice if you take a deep breath, that's a really good sign that you're letting go of something that's not yours. If you feel an emotion, also a really good sign. Okay, this could be your own emotional reaction to holding that energy. You could be just clearing something you've been holding that's yours. There's a lot of different things that it could be. But that somatic, like, oh, woo, yeah, I want to move, I want to stretch, I want to yawn. That's a really good, I see a lot of you yawning. It's a really good indicator that we are letting go of energy, okay? That's not ours, okay? All right, so let's just do another round of that and just notice. And this is with a neutral mind and an open heart, right? No judgment here, just like, okay, that's not vibing with me. So I'm going to let that go. Everything else is workable. Okay, so just take another pass, look at your energy, feel your energy in your body and around your body. You can even do this in your energy field and then inside your body. You can do them separately to really notice, for me, I hold a lot. I also have an open heart center and an open G center in human design. So I tend to hold, I feel a lot of what's going on around me. I tend to hold a lot in my sacral chakra, in my womb. So feeling that inside my body, and then things that are just kind of hanging out in my energy field. I like to look at those separately. So let's take one more pass. You're doing great. Just be with it. Notice how this is feeling. Yep. Marjorie says it went into my throat like a big ball. Okay, this is great. So if it moves, that's something to get curious about. If it moves into your throat, maybe it wants to make some sound. Okay, if it moves into your heart, maybe it wants to be felt. Just getting curious about it, like, ooh, okay, what does this need in order to move? Maybe it needs to be acknowledged. Maybe it needs to be witnessed. I have a sacral authority. Is that why I feel the energy of my partner? It's possible. I also have a sacral authority. I find that if you have open energy centers, you tend to, especially like sacral, heart, G center, spleen, in my experience, working with clients and myself, it seems like you tend to feel the feelings of those around you and the energy of those around you a little bit more. But that's something to look into, and usually when we know. And this is what's so curious about us as human beings is oftentimes, most of the time, almost all the time, we know. It's just that, we don't want to admit it, or it would be too easy. We would be too powerful if we just owned the fact that we did know. So I would just check in with that and maybe ask your sacral authority, am I feeling the feelings of my partner? Okay. And see what your body tells you. See what your energy tells you. Okay. All right. So doing beautiful work. So shake that out, move your body a little bit, make some sound, take a deep breath. Notice how you feel. Okay. What do you notice in the energy around you? Do you feel lighter? Do you feel brighter? Do you feel a little bit more emotionally balanced? Do you feel clearer? Is there more clarity there? Now, do you feel emotions coming up? This I experience a lot. When I do an energy clearing, all of the sudden, I realize, I was holding energy for, these 5 people. My responsibility to know why I'm doing that. But now that I've let that go, there's space for my feelings. So everything I haven't had time or space to feel is now coming up. And that's a beautiful thing. So if you feel that, you can lean into that. Okay, here are my feelings. Here's what is arising in my energy body. that needs my attention? Okay, and see what you notice. Christine says, I feel lighter, more open. May says clearer, like a fog was lifted, but also like some air was pulled from me. Okay, so now I want to teach you one more energy tool. This is perfect for May's comment. So now that you've felt into your energy and the energy that is not yours, I want you to drop back in however you feel called, if that feels right, and invite yourself to sense the edge of your energy field. Now, the way I teach this is that our aura is about usually 2 to 3 feet naturally around us. This is usually the energetic space that we are inhabiting, but it could be more. If you've done a lot of energetic work, you could, potentially have really secure boundaries and want to take up less energetic space. You could also be taking up a lot of energetic space. Okay, and there's no right or wrong way to do it because we change this many times a day. But I want you to feel into the edge of your energy and see what you notice about that edge. Can you feel an edge at all? Does it feel scary or sad to try to see how much space you're taking up? This could be a really good indicator if you have maybe some old patterns around not being safe to be seen, heard, or take up space. It's a really, really common. Maybe you feel too visible and not safe. Maybe it feels really good to feel the edge of your energy and to know that you have one. Maybe you don't sense one at all. And if that's the case, can you visualize bringing in a container for your energy? Okay, so we're going to visualize that edge wherever it is, or if you're creating it. And we're going to just check, is there an edge above my head, below my feet, around the back of me, 360 degrees around me? Is there a hole in the edge of my energy field behind my heart? Ooh, what's that about? What if I fill that in? Do I feel safer? Am I more embodied? Can my heart be more open? Alina says, radiating and spreading around like a rainbow, pulsating. Yeah, you might sense an even, more more of a color, more of an energetic signature when we find that edge. What do you notice there? Now, I want you to expand that edge about, 1 foot and see how that feels. Yeah, Kimberly says mine is clear like a force field, invisible, and felt 5 feet out. Okay, so Kimberly she is expanded. That's beautiful. Beautiful, nice invisible force field. Maybe you want to darken the edge of your aura. Maybe you want to lighten the edge. Now you can try bringing it in. How does it feel to make it closer to your body? Do you feel safer? Do you feel less diffusion? So maybe, for whoever said I felt like some air was being pulled from me, you can check, May, and see, is there a hole where energy was leaking out? What if I fill that in? So I really hope you're starting to feel your energetic empowerment here. No matter what you see or sense, you have the power to decide how it's going to be energetically. And as you're playing with this, you might notice, oh, I feel more in my body. I feel more empowered. You might notice I feel safer. I feel calmer. You might notice feeling heavier. Maybe you have a lot of air energy, and this is helping you to feel more grounded and compact in your energy. Notice you can do the opposite with whatever you're experiencing. Kimberly says, the idea of collapsing my energy doesn't feel safe. Okay, so that's really beautiful to notice. So you can try even just changing, like reframing it to something other than collapsing, and maybe just like tightening up your boundary just a little bit. Or You can put an edge around that expansive 5-foot field that you have. Maybe that's your home base energetically. And if that's the case, that's beautiful to notice. All right, so from here, as you're continuing to work with this, as you're continuing to feel this, I want to take us now into just a little journey to connect with our essence. So if you're already dropped in, stay there if you can. I'm going to share some music. So if you want to pop your headphones in, now is the time. But just continue to feel your energy field here. Feel the energy around you and the energy in your body. You know, so much of our wounded patterns that we struggle with or attempt to heal come from an old place where we were young and didn't feel safe to be who we truly are. Most of us, all of us, came in as magical, divine beings. And somewhere along the way, you know, the world potentially said, oh, not like that, not like that, not like that. So your soul came with the exact blueprint that you need to fulfill whatever it is you're here to do, the exact blueprint. So today, I want us to just call in and call back to us any parts of our essence, our true energetic signature, and our soul imprint, our blueprint. Any ways that we've disconnected from that, we're going to call that back in. So just start here by reconnecting with that breath, just deepening into your breath again. And just feeling your feet, feeling the edge of your skin. Feeling your energy. We'll just welcome in and call in all of those aspects of our soul, our essence, our spirit, our energy. We're going to just hold in our heart an intention together to call that energy back in. So breathe into that and feel that in your heart and notice what comes up for you, if anything, around this idea of being disconnected from your essence, not feeling safe to know what you know, not feeling safe to be what you are fully. If anyone ever told you that it's not safe to be who you are, just being with that, breathing with that. Feeling into that energetic space that we tapped into and noticing, where are there gaps? Where are there places where I habitually disconnect from my essence? Where are there places where I let other energies in that are not me into that space? Breathe into that, feel that, notice what is coming up for you, notice where your awareness is, and trust that. So we're just feeling any places within us where we decided it wasn't safe, right, good to be all that we are. The essence, the energy, the soul. If discomfort or feelings arise in your body, just lean in, just gently lean in, breathe in. Continuing to breathe, continuing to notice. And just asking yourself now, where can I retrieve all that I am? Where is that? Noticing what you see, noticing what you sense. You may feel or see or sense a desire to go out and reconnect. You may see, feel, or sense or have the desire to open and invite in. But see how that feels to follow that knowing and reconnect with these aspects of yourself, these authentic, shining, gifted, magical, soul aligned parts of you. Where can I find myself? Breathe into that. You're doing great. Just taking a deep breath, letting it move through you, trusting the process. What do I see, sense, feel, and know about these aspects of myself? So starting to open up your mind's eye, your third eye, your inner vision, your inner sight, to see, sense, feel, and know some of these parts of yourself. If you take a deep breath naturally, if emotions arise, this is all beautiful and perfect. Letting your heart open just a little bit more. The heart is the easiest gateway for integrating our soul, our spirit. The more we open our heart, the more space we have to connect with that soul essence version of us. So just opening up that heart space. Taking another deep breath here. As parts of you begin to return to you, being with all the sensations, being with all the feelings, and holding this statement in your heart: it's safe to be all that I am. It's safe to be all that I am. And notice how that feels. It's safe to reconnect to all that I am. Anything that you see, welcoming it in, continuing to feel the familiar feeling of your energetic signature. And continuing to release anything that is not you. If movement comes, if sound comes, let it. allowing all those pieces of you, all those parts of your soul, your essence, your energy to land. Wherever they feel called to land, in your heart, in your belly, in your body, in the whole of your body, in your feet, in your hands, on the earth. And as they land, expanding them out into that energetic edge that we felt, allowing yourself to radiate and embody all of these parts of you. It's safe to be all that I am. It's safe to be all that I am, holding that energy, breathing into that, letting it go, holding it gently as you radiate more of your essence. And now finally asking that essence what she, he, they need to fully radiate into the world. What is needed for the light of your essence to shine safely, beautifully, so that you can stay connected and participate in the world from that place of authenticity, embodiment, soul, highest self, essence. What is needed? Taking stock of what's coming up here. Taking a deep breath into that and feeling the power of that. Okay, so in this last moment, if you want to move your body, take a deep breath and let it go. Feels like coming home to myself. Yes, beautiful. So hold that, radiate that, let that move. Stand up, roll around, sing, dance, hold yourself, whatever feels good. Let that have a moment to expand all the way into your body. You tripping, girl, your eyes on the soul open when all life is all about love. And where you are beautiful. You tripping, girl, your eyes on the soul open when all life is all about love. And where you are beautiful. You are so beautiful, guys. Your eyes are the window, so that is all good. Bringing your hands to your heart, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Taking a deep breath. Thanking yourself for giving yourself this gift. Whatever you're feeling is perfect in this moment. As we prepare to close our sacred space, our time together, to close this session, just acknowledging whatever came up for you is perfect. And it might be a little bit of time before you fully integrate everything that came forward. You're so welcome. It might unfold over the day. It might unfold over the next few days. But whatever it is, I encourage you to just trust whatever came up today, whatever moved today, whatever shifted today as the most possible, perfect experience that you could have had, because from there, the integration will naturally happen. You fell asleep. Agus fell asleep. That's so good, actually. I love when that happens because it's usually your subconscious mind doing a little bit of deep work. You're so welcome. Okay, so if you're feeling a little bit dizzy, that's probably a good cue to take a minute, drink some water. If you have water with you, do that as soon as you can. Get your feet on the earth if that feels good. Journal what came up for you, what came through for you. Share it in the We Are Alpha Femme group. I would love to see, we would all love to see. And remember that when we bring more of our own light in, sometimes things can clear. So if there are emotions, tears, movement, sounds, poetry, journal, free writing, whatever wants to come through, trust it, because it could just be an expression of what you experienced, a clearing that needs to happen from bringing in more of your light, and trust the process. Okay, thank you all so, so much. I'm so honored to get to share this space with you again. Thank you. It's an absolute joy. If you have any questions or things you want to share with us, post in the group, reach out to me, reach out to any of us. I'm happy to put eyes on something that came up for you and help you really integrate it and land it. You know where to find me. And until next time, I'm sending you all my love. Mwah. Thank you so much.
This will be the network to be in for conscious female entrepreneurs.